Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on the Forest map on the RDAllen multiplayer server. Just myself on here at the moment. And looks like someone better go apologize to the neighbors a minute. Looks like we might have had a slight accident here with a tree. Oops. Yeah, so we might have to maybe put a new roof on that house or something, or... Oh, well, we'll just leave it up there. Looks good there. Anyway, this episode... What shall we do this episode? I figured what we'd do. One of the things I've always heard about forestry, a lot of people complain, oh, it's too hard, or just can't do it, or, you know, some other such excuse as that. So what I thought I'd show you folks, for those who think you cannot do forestry, or think it's too hard, or some other such excuse as that, I thought I'd show you a way you can do forestry that's not that hard. And we've done it before. I think you folks have seen it. I've never really said that much about it, I guess, but we've definitely done it before. So in order to do this, you will need a modded piece of equipment, and in our case, we are using the FDR chipper here. Another chipper that probably arguably works actually a little better, maybe, is the Brooks chipper. For those of you who have seen my Sosnovka series, that is the chipper I use there. The advantage of that chipper, not only does it chip, it also cuts and grinds out the stumps. This one here just chips, so which in some ways maybe it's a little more fun because you actually get to cut the tree down yourself. Speaking of cutting trees down, let's just take care of this one right here. So yeah, I figure this will be a chipping episode. If we can get this tree to chip anyway. There it goes. Now, depending on the price of chips, you might not necessarily make as much money doing it this way, but like I said, for those of you who say logging is too hard, the forestry on Farming Sim is too hard, too much work, yada, 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 whatever. You know, whatever excuse is, this is a way you can do forestry that is very easy, I would say. So, cut your tree down, or if you had the Brooks chipper, you don't even have to do that. Watch it fall on my tractor. Well, technically not my tractor. Might have to... someone might not be too happy about what just happened there, but anyway. Certain somebody probably knows whose tractor this is that I just dropped a tree on. Anyway, let's cut these trees down here a minute. What do we got? Maybe a dozen or so. Nope. Don't let go of the mouse button while cutting. Amazing physics, you know, how the trees, even though you cut them, they still stay standing yet. Okay, apparently that one's going to stay standing, too. That one's going to fall. Watch it take out the other two, probably. Oh, it's going to take out one of them. Slow timber. Ooh, on the tractor. Ooh, missed the tractor. I say, someone would really not be happy if I drop another tree on it. And from the looks of it, this is the last of the trees in this particular area here. So we've almost completely deforested. I'm kind of calling it the Forest 1. Viable Forest 1 here is pretty much completely deforested. There's not a whole lot of trees. There's a few like glitched trees. And by glitched, I mean they're hovering. One over there, I think that's one that's like hovering above the ground. And there's a few trees that are up on the cliffs there that, yeah, just kind of hard to get to. Or like we got more hovering trees there. Anyway, what trees did I cut, and what trees are still standing that have already been cut? Okay, is that all of them? I think that one's cut. It's still standing yet. And these two, yeah, like I said, are glitched. I probably... Can I reach that one? Not quite. Okay, now that we got a whole bunch of trees cut down, we just pull up with this. And better be careful. We don't want to chip more than maybe one tree here. Should be full pretty quick. There we go. And at least for myself, this is probably one of the more preferable trailers to use because it holds, as far as I know, this is the largest trailer, at least in-game anyway, that holds wood chips. At least that you can somewhat easily pull behind a tractor. You can get the bigger one, but it requires the dolly. And that just, at least in my opinion, is kind of hard to pull around that way. Anyway, oh, there's a upside down truck there. Okay. Okay, anybody ever wonder what the underside of the truck looked like? Very interesting. Which truck is this? I think this is the no, it's a supply truck. Okay. Which is probably pretty much modeled after the in-game truck, I think. Oh, we got a trailer backed in by the sell point already. And yeah, like I said, a fairly good source of income. Probably not going to make as much as if you took the time to cut the logs down and sell them as logs. But this is obviously much, much quicker, much, much easier. And for those who do not like, you know, loading logs with the cranes and the loaders and the whatever else not that we have for loading logs, this is definitely much easier. And yeah, as folks can see, not a whole lot of trees left all the way from that end of the map. Oh, I think there's something there. What do we have laying here yet? Try to chip up whatever little bits are laying around here yet. There's definitely a bit here, but it looks like it may be in the ground. Yeah, it's definitely a tree there. It looks like it's glitched into the ground, unfortunately. Oh, well. That was probably a stump, yes. And I should probably go around the other way, really. Yeah, for you folks ever wonder what the map looks like without, or at least this part of the map anyway, that looks like without trees, that is what it looks like. Very, very rough terrain, that's for sure. Makes it somewhat challenging, which at least for myself, I find that to be kind of fun. Yep, that tree was cut down. Just did not want to fall. Pro tip, too, if you cut the stumps a little lower, then you won't run into them as quickly with your tractor. I'm not saying I listen to my own pro tip. I'm just saying that helps. Oh, we're almost full here, and almost out of trees. There we go. Close enough. And just like that, we have another full load. Let's get that sold. And I think we can pretty much move on to a different area. That's a stump hanging out there, by the way, for those of you wondering. One of the kind of cool things the map author did, at least I find it kind of cool. Oh, we're going to crash into the fence. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, one of the kind of the cool things the mod author did was he put trees down so like they were across some of the paths. Just, at least in my opinion, it looked kind of cool. Kind of like a tree had fallen down across the path. Also, I probably should mention this as well. This will most likely be the last episode here on the map. Looking at changing maps here. Probably after I'm done recording this, probably be trying to change maps over. Get the next map set up. So hopefully in the next day or so, or maybe by the time this video goes live, hopefully we'll have maps changed over. We'll be going with a new map. Not a forestry. I don't know. There's probably forestry on the map, but it will not be a forestry orientated map. Back to the farming again. Okay, and if that part is done over here, where shall we go to next? We've got Viable Forest 3. I don't know if anybody's really touched that a whole lot yet. And then we also have Viable Forest 2, which, I mean, right across from the sell point. But definitely a rather difficult forest to get to because it's kind of like all up on the hillside there. Yeah, why not? Why don't we start on Viable Forest 2 here? I believe someone a little bit farther down the road here already started on it anyway. So I'll just start by cutting down some trees. And like I said, if you folks have the Brooks one, at least the newer version, I think it's version 2, I'd like to say. It will cut the trees down for you. You don't actually have to cut them down. Although personally, I find it kind of fun to actually, you know, get the chainsaw out and cut them down. All about personal preference, I guess you could say. Okay, I don't know if we'll try to go up any higher than that. Also, quite surprisingly, the server seems to have handled this season of Forestry pretty good. A lot better than our previous Forestry maps anyway. And I'm not sure if that's because of the mods we have that are maybe just a lot better, or just the map's a lot better, or something else has changed that I don't know about. But we have not had a whole lot of problems with the server not handling the logging we've been doing. For those of you who watched our previous logging attempts multiplayer, I don't know if I showed it that much on camera, but we definitely had a lot of problems with the server not handling the logging really well. It definitely didn't like us logging. Wait, so thick here, you can't even see the... Oh, there it is. There we go. I see, I keep seeing it showing up there every moment, but... Kind of what I was hoping. They're kind of all rolling down the hill. Oh, is there 2 trees there? I think there was 2 trees there. Every now and then you'll get that. You cut one down and one falls and like, wait a minute, it's still standing yet. No, there's 2 there. At least I think that's what the case is here. Like a slow, not quite going to timber. Oh, timber. That was fun riding it down. So far, most of these trees are actually falling over. That's kind of surprising. Probably helps there's trees lining up or laying up against them and falling on top of them. Okay, that one is still standing yet. Let's maybe give it another cut, just so it kind of rolls down the hill. Okay, fine. Stay standing. Let's stand back here and just take a look at our handiwork. Yeah, so all you tree huggers better turn away right now. We just decimated that hillside. Now let's decimate the trees. Oh, there we go. And full. That last one probably slightly overfilled it. But when you got this many trees on a map, I don't think it really matters. It took us about a week and a half. It was a week and a half or so to clean out Viable Forest 1. I don't know, the question's been asked. How many trees were in that area? I'd really like to know. I don't know how many trees were up in that area. There was a lot of trees there, though. So, yeah, it'd be really fun to know actually how many trees were there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of trees right together there. Oh, we didn't get that much out of it, though. I thought that would like fill the trailer up. Actually, you know what? It probably didn't actually chip the whole trees. That's probably why. Depending on what angle you get the tree at, sometimes it'll take the whole tree. Sometimes it'll just take part of the tree. There we go. And we're full again. That's our second load off of this area. Anyway, let's read a couple comments here a moment. Mark was saying, John Deere 9560, please. Izzy was saying, the Dutz Taurus, one of the larger horsepower ones. Very similar to this tractor. Just it has tires instead of the tracks, by the way. That's the type of tractor she is talking about. These are kind of like the forestry versions of those tractors, or sometimes referred to as the mountain goat tractors, even though they're not actually that good at climbing around. Just the regular tractors, I think, are just as good as these. Rick was saying about my paint can video. I think I heard it at my house. Hey, good for you. Hayden was saying 9560 as well. Kevin said they have a new John Deere 2730 Ripper on their farm. It's pretty cool. Uh, 2015 farmer was saying, get a John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Go green or go home. I wonder where he's heard that before. Oh, come on, we're stuck on a stump. And did I cut this tree down? That would be a no. Or either that, I ran into the stump of it. It doesn't look like I cut it down. There we go. Eddie was asking, how do you open the rental mod? That'll be, at least for the one I have, Control P. Get so many trees piled up, you can't even see what you're doing, hardly. There we go. William said, good video. Thank you very much for that. Tiffany said the 9560 has 900 horsepower, has more than enough power. Technically, the 9560 only has 560 horsepower. And I know everybody's saying get the 9560. I'm not too keen on that. Reason being, I've used that tractor before to pull them rippers, and it actually doesn't do that great of a job of it. Yes, it says it has enough horsepower, but apparently the way it's modeled, it doesn't actually have enough horsepower. It actually really struggles to pull those rippers. Owen says hi. And we're almost full here again. Oh, we got a couple more trees I cut down yet. See if we can get to those here or not. Actually, let's cut it this way. B-Man was asking, I think we're all wondering what you were going to paint with a paint can. Don't remember what I was going to paint with a paint can anymore. It actually stopped working a while back on something I was painting, so been saving it up for a while. Daniel says that's one way to fix a paint can. For those of you who did not see that video of me, let's just say I was fixing a paint can. Yeah, I kind of had fun with the guys on TeamSpeak over that one. I asked them how many wanted to see a video on how to fix a paint can. I didn't get too many people interested in that for some reason. Grandpa's Gaming says, now that put a smile on his face. That's good. Paul was saying, just subbed it to your channel. Love the classic tractors. And he was saying, see if you can find a 1150 Massey Ferguson. Says it was one of the first farm tractors he had. And he prefers the North American style maps and farms. Same here as well. It seems like, though, it's hard to find a really good American style farm map. There's a lot of really nice European style maps out there, but the American ones seem to be a little bit fewer and farther in between. Oh, there goes that whole tree. And wow, we did not get a whole lot of chips out of that. You know, sometimes to look at a tree, it's like, okay, we're going to get a lot of chips out of that. And we get hardly nothing. Other times it's like, nah, that's not going to get much. And we end up like filling the trailer. Oh, I think we got one more tree up here. See if we can get that. Looks like it's failed to roll down the hillside. There we go. Okay, I think it's time to get the chainsaw out again. And maybe the wise choice would be to start at the bottom, maybe, and work our way up. Low Leaf sent me a link to a couple of balers. I will have to check those out. I think it was a John Deere 690 and a Krone 6080, I think were the numbers on it, or something like that. Kind of work our way up the hillside here. Okay, we still got one. Is there one standing here yet? Yes, there is somewhere. There it is. It's kind of hard to see between all the trees we cut down already. And yeah, it seems like about the easiest way to use this chipper. Cut down maybe a dozen or so trees, chip them up, and cut down another dozen or so. You don't want to cut down too many, otherwise the game will definitely lag. I think it's trying to like calculate all the physics of the trees laying on top of each other. Especially the server definitely doesn't like that for some reason. But yeah, a dozen or so trees seems like a pretty good number. Which I've probably actually got a few more than that at the moment, but... Okay, let's just get this one over here and we'll call it good. Okay, and you know what? Let's get this one here, just seeing how it's kind of like sitting here. Looks like it's needing to be cut down. If I can get to it. Oh, there we go. There we go. As you can see, if you can't tell already, very quick way to clear out a lot of trees. I mean, just in the short period of time we've been working on this, we've decimated quite a few trees here. And we're full. The easiest way, by the way, when you're chipping logs and you don't want to waste any, Just shut the chipper off. As soon as you're full, shut it off. Don't worry about, trying to back away or anything like that. Just shut the chipper off. Again, like I said, we have so many trees here, it's not like I'm particularly worried about wasting them, but... What I could probably almost do is let this one sit here and empty, grab the other tractor there and start filling that one up. We can just wait a minute, though. And by the way, for those of you who just want to chip the trees and don't necessarily want the wood chips, this chipper will just chip trees and waste them, basically. So for those who don't care if you actually get the wood chips or not, you can actually do that with this chipper. You do not have to have a trailer behind it. Oh, look at that. Ain't that just terrible? Somebody's got a bunch of trees laying down on the road down there. That one's going down the cliff. I'm not going to chase it down there either. Okay, and we're full again. And I think with that, folks, we'll wrap it up there. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And just a reminder as well, this will probably be the last episode here on the map. We'll be going to another map here next time, hopefully. So, thanks for watching, and till next time.